Hello, everyone, and welcome to Get Folked. It's hard to bring it the second time.
Second time's a charm.
That's what he said. That's what she. I swear, it's hard to bring it the second time. I swear. Everyone's the same. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Get Folked, a casual listening podcast anchored in our love of folk music, but enough slack on the line to take you into our worlds of Limerick, Berlin, and beyond. But this week, Berlin, and Limerick. My name is Andrew.
My name is Edward, as always. Subscribe to us on Substack, I should say. And you can catch the podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. And you could follow us on Instagram and befriend us on Facebook. I was way smoother the first time. Way smoother. This is our second attempt at recording.
This is a take two, everyone.
Yeah. And like you say, it's hard to bring the oomph. You know, we were so high octane the first recording, but we only got like 5 minutes in, so it's not too
bad. Yeah. But they were a solid 5.
They were. We had callbacks to previous episode. We had everything.
Let's see what. Yeah. We had reached out. Ed was talking about the fan mail he was getting about his revealing his ass in the IKEA store.
Fan favorite,
and a lot of positive feedback you were mentioning. A fan favorite. That's what we said. It was a fan favorite.
Speaking of toilets, I read a strange article today about a family, members of a family who got stuck in a toilet in Dublin Airport.
I saw that. I read that on the way home.
Did you read that? Isn't that odd as fuck?
Jeez, they did all right over it, and they got to if you missed out, it was like it was funny reading that because I tried to only read the news of a Friday evening and avoid it then from Monday to Thursday just to keep myself sane, but treat myself on the train ride home today with some updates on what's going on in the world. It's mostly depressing, but I have to say a story about a family being stuck in Dublin Airport toilet for an hour and getting 22 grand out of it.
Yeah, in the bones of around 22 grand. Yeah,
and they got to go on their holiday,
and they still got to make their holiday. But I just got a few questions. I was like, okay, the article said the toilet had family facilities for a family. I'm not familiar with those toilets though. Is it like the whole family goes in as a family to the toilet? Or do you know about these, or what's the story?
Well, I guess it's just a toilet in your house, if that's the thing, you know. But in an airport, it seems a little bit. All right, everyone. Like there's enough for everyone to go around. It's more of a case of it's a situational thing in our house. But, in an airport, it feels like we can all go our own direction here. Meet back here in 25 minutes.
Yeah, bladder's empty.
Yeah.
But I suppose, look, families manage things differently their own ways, but it just seems strange because both parents were there. Only one parent got stuck in the jacks, and then but got stuck in with all 3 kids in the toilet, ranging in ages from 5. The youngest was, I think, no, maybe not as young as 5, but quite like, I think maybe 5. And then 8 years was the next one, and then like it was like 12 or something like that. I was going, you need to cut the fucking apron strings there, man. Just let them go to the toilet themselves. What the fuck are you doing going into the toilet with them? Just, you know what I mean? Yeah. That's and then of course the handle came off the door as they tried to get out. So they tried to. I'm not criticizing it, all right? It's a strange situation to find yourself in, and like, okay, again, like I said, there could have been a family emergency where somebody was carrying something and maybe one of the children was getting sicker. So there could be lots of reasons that they all ended up in there that the article didn't go into. But by hook or by crook, the 4 of them ended up in there. And then they went to that. I can only imagine that terrible moment where they went to open the door and the handle came off in their hands. It's like a slapstick comedy moment, really. And then they were stuck in there for 50 minutes with what I can only presume was a horrendous smell, because if it was an emergency that got them in there, I mean, there's going to be a smell afterwards.
Well, that's where the trauma comes.
Sort of trauma.
That's where they're getting all the money.
Yeah, and they
because
like,
I was expecting them not to make their flight. Really, when I was reading,
Me too.
I was like, there's got to be this is like with this amount of money, there's this obviously a recompense. But like, if that happened, I have to imagine, okay, that happened to me in the airport, and I'd be pissed off or whatever, like, that it happened.
Yeah.
But your flight waited for you, and you get to go on holidays after that.
Yeah,
that's elation. I can remember falling asleep at in Berlin. I think it was Berlin Airport when we were supposed to be going to. This was before kids were born. And where were we going? Greece. We were flying to Greece, and the flight was delayed by like 5 hours or something like that. So we fell asleep somewhere in the airport. I think it might have been living in London at the time. I'm not sure, but I can remember like then just waking up and the flight had come forward again 3 hours, like whatever had happened, they had fixed it. So like we had to run to our airport. They were calling our names out for ages, and everyone like, and you get onto the plane and you've been the cause of like a 20-minute delay, because I guess the problem is they have to find your bags. It's easier to find you than it is to find your bags on the airplane. Would that be the reason?
Don't know to be honest.
So but anyway, talk about the dirty looks. Jesus, the dirty looks you got on. It was like, I don't know. They told us it was 4 hours delayed. But anyway, but what I was getting at was the elation of making your flight, and just like, okay, that was super stressful, but now I get to sit down here and just fucking on holidays,
and we get to go on holidays. And but they're saying the situation had affected their holiday, and I was like, I don't really buy it. I'm not sure. I just don't think I really buy it. I know different things affect different people. It's like, you made your flight. It was a shitty situation. You were stuck there for 50 minutes. Okay, 3 kids. I can imagine that was a little bit stressful. But you made your flight and you got to go on your holiday. I mean, I think just take the win.
So taking out the reason why they get their money, should they, like, if without like saying like we were traumatized, which we both are kind of on the same line of thinking, maybe a little bullshit there. Although I can imagine the kids getting disappointed, but more from the point of view of we're scared we're going to miss our holiday. Not a fucking like, I might be trapped here. This where we live now.
Yeah.
Is this my home?
Me and people fighting on the front lines of wars, we have the same trauma. We're the same. Me and the survivors of drone attacks. That's I got stuck in the jacks.
Understand what they're going through in Afghanistan. I finally get it, guys. I finally understand.
Stuck in a public toilet in Dublin for 50 minutes. It's the same. And then getting to go on a holiday. Same thing. We are coming across a little bit judgy. I didn't mean for that to happen, but it was just a bit strange. A bit of a strange one for me.
It is strange.
But did you catch? I have to. Sorry, no, I did. We don't normally do this, so I don't feel too bad doing it. But there was a great fucking headline during the week. It was to do with Pat Kenny. Have you been keeping track of this? No. So you missed this.
Is he in the Epstein's files?
No, he's not. He's not. It's slightly less controversial than that. But he's been in this long running planning dispute with I think it's the Dublin County Council, I suppose, or Dublin City Council. Not with them, but with a developer maybe who wants to build an old folks home, a nursing home in Dalkey, and in Dublin, which is quite an affluent part of Dublin. And so he's been in this ongoing planning dispute where he has objected to planning. Him and his neighbours have objected to planning, but obviously him having the public profile that he does is a kind of a natural, I suppose, focus for any media attention that this story gets. And anyway, they won. They defeated the attempt to build an old folks home, but I didn't realise what grounds it was they were objecting on. And this is the headline. Quote, Pat Kenny, quote, "I'm delighted they've seen the light of day, end quote. Pat Kenny hails refusal of Dalkey nursing home after highlighting the plight of local badgers.
Yeah, the poor old badger.
Old people 0, badgers 1. Fuck you, old people. I just,
so he's
that headline grabbed me. I have to say, it really grabbed me. You know,
yeah, it's a little
the badgers
yeah.
Dalkey.
Because you also just know that the kind of, he's living in a considerable luxury as well. So he's also, well, what about the badgers, guys?
The badgers of Dalkey. I just thought it was brilliant. I just pictured these badgers like eating fucking caviar and fucking,
I feel like there's a skit there in it, some probably in the not too distant future, of just a fucking round table of badgers, just discussing the kind of the current state of affairs,
how to tilt the world economy in kind of their favor.
Yeah.
Discussing the Nasdaq.
That's our man. We got a man on the inside.
Oh, fucking hell. Man. Just thought it was great.
Does he do anything anymore? And I know, does he do anything? He probably still does radio, I'd say, does he?
Yeah, I think he's a radio presenter. I think it was on News Talk. I'm not sure if he's still there, but like he's really good at political stuff, like really really enjoyable to listen to when he's talking about any kind of political topics. He's excellent. Really well read, well informed.
Nice.
I have to say. Don't get him started on badgers. Jesus, he never shuts up.
I'm trying to steer you away from it, Ed. I'm trying to steer you away from it because I know that really lights your fire. So since we're on, maybe I can segue from a little bit of last week. Did you look up anything else about Turkish oil wrestling? As a matter of, we kind of squeeze it in there towards the end.
So I looked it up on my phone. It's exactly as you described. Some events are more formal than others, is what I discovered. Some take place in a field surrounded by 5 other dudes, and some take place in an arena surrounded by an arena full of dudes.
5 other dudes.
Yeah. So it's there's varying levels, varying tiers of importance, maybe you might say. But there's nothing to stop you and me having a cash Turkish oil wrestle.
Wrestle and the grassel. Yeah, we need to get leather trousers though. I was reading a friend of ours
leather.
Sent me an article on it that was written by, I think it was Vice, from like 2016, and it was just describing kind of the tradition behind it as well. And yeah, has to be leather trousers. The kipsa or the kippa, I can't remember what it's called again exactly. But can weigh up to 10 kilograms once it's fully oiled up. The trousers alone up to 10 kilograms.
Fucking hell. Yeah. Jesus. 10 kgs around your waist of oil.
And the whole hand down the pants thing, yeah, it happens, but there's a gentleman's agreement that you don't grab chunk. And it doesn't happen. And it's always funny when an article says it doesn't happen as often as you think it might. Like, seems wrong the way this is all written, and it just doesn't happen as often. How do they know that I'm thinking that? That seems to be the obvious thing to think, but why do they have to say it doesn't happen as often as you think it might? Just like, I don't know, it felt all twisted in my head trying to make sense of it all.
I love the gentleman's agreement. Is like, yes, there is no higher mark of a gentleman than the Turkish oil wrestling. It's like, that's how you tell someone's a gentleman. He's not the type of guy that'll grab your balls when you're oiled up in 3/4 length shorts. That's the type of guy. He's not the type of guy he is.
There's 2 reasons why they said the oil started coming into it. What were the 2 reasons? One, cooling down, so trying to stay cool.
Fun, obviously. There's got to be a fun factor.
Obviously, the fun factor is there. Yeah. But you can't say that if you're trying to be like Olympic and kind of, I don't know, kind of macho about this stuff. You can't say it's just cool. It's just fun.
The oil is super fun.
But cooling down, I don't know, rubbing yourself with oil cools you down. I guess a moisturizer might cool you down. I don't.
I don't know. I mean, I know oil is used as a lubricant for sure. I mean, in all sorts of
The
applications.
actual
both mechanical and-
heading of the Vice article was lube up, so it wasn't too far away from our own heading from last week's episode. But
I'd imagine it would. Would it act as a heat dissipating layer? I would have thought it might act as an insulating layer around the body. I don't know.
I don't know. I suppose it depends on the oil. I'm not oil. Do you moisturize? Do you moisturize much?
No.
Much, Ed? No,
Not much. No.
No. So I guess
I'm already moist.
Further investigation needed in the oil section. And the second reason was mosquitoes. Again, I never heard of that about oil keeping away mosquitoes.
Feels like overkill
it's
for the mosquito.
It's for the mosquitoes. It's for the mosquitoes. The place is covered in
So
mosquitoes.
why are you grabbing that guy's balls? Mosquitoes. Got to get in there before the mosquitoes get her.
Yeah,
weird.
But yeah. Then the whole thing was because Street Fighter 4 was bringing a character, was going to introduce a new character. I don't know what Street Fighter they're on right now, but whenever it was Street Fighter 4, there was going to be a big unveil of this new character, and it was going to be a Turkish oil wrestler. I guess I don't know. I didn't get that far to look up the actual character itself and how he looked.
If you did the Turkish oil wrestling somewhere where mosquitoes were not prevalent, would that not cut the legs from underneath that particular argument?
It would, yeah, but where else would you do Turkish oil wrestling but in the middle of a field with 5 other men?
That's true. That is true. It would be the best place to do it.
It's just the only tradition.
I feel like I missed an opportunity. Well, do you know what I did do? Right, I had it up on my phone, so I did a Google search on my phone of the Turkish oil wrestling, right, and then I kind of forgot about it. So you know when you do a Google search, a lot of times at the top it'll lead with images of the thing that you've Google searched, and then you have to scroll down to get like whatever other things. So at the top of the page is an image of this I have to say very attractive man, and he's like covered in oil. Clearly within the context of what I searched, he's getting ready to wrestle. And but I then just like put my phone to sleep, got distracted by something else, and then I was at work, and then I activated my phone again. Somebody asked me about something, and I went to Google it, and I opened the thing, and then there's this image is there, and they're standing right beside me. And so I think I'm suspected of not being into Turkish oil wrestling, but maybe something else.
And they're trying to explain it's never going to work. It's like no. It's Turkish oil wrestling. It's not. I'm not into guys. Just
I even know the name of that pants. It has a name. Actually, I don't know it, but I know it has a name. And mosquitoes are a thing. And I just really flounder around the place, just trying to explain why. Got a picture of a hot naked guy oiled up on my phone. Straight away, So,
but to build on the sporting aspect, since this has turned into a bit of a sports podcast and everything, we're so into it. And going with the news, there was two things. Did you see the way there was a Comerford representing Ireland in the old Winter Olympics?
No.
Did you notice that? Did you see that?
No.
Came 39th in some event. I don't know what he did.
Go away.
Just like, I think his name is Cormac Comerford. And I was like, goodbye. Good on you, Cormac. Good on you.
Congratulations, Andy.
Oh, sure, Alison. We're all very proud at home. So like, I don't know if you've noticed the Irish flags outside our place, but like, fucking, Dad's gone nuts. For Cormac. Let's hope he visits soon. But did you see in the Winter Olympics the guy who it's like, again, because like I as I said, I try not to look at the news during the week, but I do look at sports news, and I look at it stupidly often because I just don't look up anything else. I try not to look up at Instagram. I try not to look at anything else except sports, BBC Sport and RTE Sport on a fucking loop. It's fucking depressing.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm healthier for it, because I think I'm still checking my phone as often, but seeing the same things and just getting sadder. But would I be getting sadder if I was being fed other information. I don't know. It's a very confusing world we live in. But sometimes an old news article creeps into the sports, like, the sports and the news cross over.
Yeah.
And there was a guy from Norway who admitted to cheating on his wife. Did you see?
This is one of the strangest fucking things I've ever seen happen.
What is going on? And I keep that, like, and I'm just like, I was chatting to my kids in my class about it, and I was just like, the world's. I got into a big argument not a big argument, but a big discussion with kids in my class about phones.
Big argument.
And how it's distorted people's understanding of reality now, and what they think what are good platforms for sharing shit, where you should do your fucking dirty laundry. And this guy, I don't know, like, what was going, but like, just I kind of get it. I don't get it in a way as in I've never cheated on. I could have said that anyway now, so you can believe me or not. But I've never cheated on anyone that I've ever been dating. But I have fucked things up many a time, in different aspects. So I can kind of get the punt, as in, like, I can kind of get, like, the like, I need a grandiose gesture.
Yeah, big
to
gesture,
kind of see if I can fix this, and I can.
Yeah.
I would love if you had an example, but I've told you my example before about, like, how I don't know what I did. I was in India and I was having an argument with a partner at the time, and whatever happened, like, things were gone shit, and we were on holidays, and just like, and I got it in my head that shaving my beard would solve the problem. And
had this come into the argument at all?
That's the last time I shaved it. Well, no, what? No,
it hadn't.
It hadn't at all. It for some reason, I swear to God, I don't know. I still don't know to this day. And that is the only time I have intentionally shaved my beard. I accidentally shaved off my beard when I was in Manchester, when I forgot to put the cover back on the blade thing, and But there's been 2 times in the last, I don't know how long I've had in my beard now, 20 years. There's been 2 times in the last 20 years where I haven't had a beard, and one was an accidental shaving, and the other one was to save a relationship. And turns out when I came out with the shaved off beard, it's like, what the fuck did you do? Why the fuck did you shave off? And then you're kind of standing there with your fucking, just looking at the person going, like a real fucking caveman. I don't know. Just thought of my.
There's nothing left to do but oil yourself up at that stage, really. Just break out the oil.
It's just like, maybe I was hoping that, like, the sudden change of temperature or the sudden different look would cause a can't remember for the life of me why I thought this would be a good thing to do, but it didn't. We ended up being fine and ended up mending whatever argument we were having. But I don't know if the beard or the lack of beard had anything to do with it.
Bit of an old.
Maybe it was a gateway. Maybe, and that's what he was hoping for. But, like,
maybe it was a diversion. A diversion. Maybe what you were doing was like a diversionary tactic. Like, look over here. Don't worry about what we were talking about.
Just as I say it there now, maybe that was what's going in my head. It's just like
misdirection. Misdirection. That's it.
Exactly, misdirection. Kind of
clever, like
smoke and mirrors.
Yeah,
like a fox. Schlau fox.
God, I don't know. That's a mad one.
Have you ever taken a punt? Can you think of any?
No, nothing like that. That's no. That like, you definitely outdo me there for sure. But you're right about your man and the big grandiose gesture. And, like, I think Irish women are, well, no, not just Irish women. I think women in general. I think this is an idea that comes from movies, and I think it kind of has infected the brain a little bit, that a grandiose gesture was somehow like that might work on a man, but it won't work on a woman. Like, you know what I mean? The root cause is still there.
And crying into the camera.
Well, I'm sure he was kind of emotionally distraught or whatever. Like, but, like, I mean, first of all, the lady who he's talking about, the love of his life, we met 6 months ago. And he was so in love with her that he cheated on her.
3 months later.
3 months later. This is, you know what I mean? So this is the timeline we're talking about, first of all. Okay?
It's
I mean, maybe
how old is
if the guy had gone, like,
did you take any note?
I think late 20s, 20. 28 or something like that. I think.
Old
I just
enough
think
to know
like,
better.
well, I was like, maybe if you gave another 6 months, man, who knows? You might meet another love of your life. You'd never know. You know, you might be amazing. I don't know.
But
Fucking
he just,
weird one.
as I read it somewhere, it's like he's just announced himself as a kind of a, well, I'll cheat on anyone that's, you know, like he's just fucking, I don't know. God help him. He's just like,
And
what's gonna
also,
happen over the next
he's a professional athlete. Like the Olympics has got to be the pinnacle, like of your achievements that you're aiming for. And he said, I didn't really give a shit about sports this week. Didn't care. This whole week, I didn't give a shit about sports. I was like,
Yeah, maybe is there a little bit of entitlement kind of maybe creeping in? I have no idea. He could have come from a tough background, but it does seem a
maybe.
little bit like, oh God, this is all that fucking matters to you right now. Is this fucking...
Yeah.
But another thing then that I saw was that he was Norwegian or something like that. So like,
yeah.
but another person on the Norwegian team like got a silver medal in some event.
Wow.
And I wish I could remember exactly, but he dedicated his medal to his dead coach who died like after working with him since he was 12 years old when he lost his family or something like that. So it's just like, and he's getting all
Fucking
emotional as well. So like you have to think of like your teammates as well. Like, you know, you're like stealing all the headlines for this like ridiculously stupid fucking
like,
someone else
are
is
they
like, yeah.
are they playing the long game? Are they trying to come up with the plot of a fucking soap or something? Like, what are they at? Like, are they trying to like a melodrama or something? That's amazing. Like,
Yeah, man. Yeah. Anyways, but that's your news roundup, everyone, for this week.
I wish I
Cut
had
to the
something
news
more.
round.
Yeah, I wish I had something more insightful to offer on these. They're just extraordinary on their own right. They don't need much insight, I don't think. You know what I
No.
mean? But, like, I mean, maybe I'm just too cynical for to listen to somebody say, I don't know what it was. It's like 6 months, you know, met her 6 months ago, and then 3 months ago I cheated on her, and then did he say last week then he told her about it?
Mhm.
Bronze.
It's all-
He got a bronze medal, right?
Yeah, it's only a bronze medal. Oh, fuck's sake. I'm getting emotional about the fucking bronze medal that you won. Yeah.
He won the gold in making a tool of himself, though.
Yeah, that would have
Is that,
been.
that a bit harsh? A bit harsh, maybe.
Oh, I hear. No. You're fine, man. You're fine.
Thanks,
Come here. Any housekeeping from last week, apart from the Turkish oil wrestling updates?
No, I don't think I have any housekeeping. We've got a session coming up in the Westford Hole this Thursday, actually. So that'll be this is coming out on Monday, so that'll be in the Westford Hole on Thursday, the 19th of February. And
Nice.
So anyone who's around?
Will you be traveling?
yeah, definitely. I am going over for that one. Sing a few songs, play a few tunes, and be good.
Nice.
I'm sticking with the old playing every day as well. It's nice playing the banjo every
Are
day.
you? Are you stuck with it 10 minutes every day? Or 20 minutes, you said? 20 minutes every day?
20 minutes, yeah. 20 minutes every day. And it's good. Enjoyable. I think everybody in the house is getting
Nice.
shit sick of the tunes I'm playing, but because I play more or less the same tunes for the last month and a half now, so I'd say they would really like some new material, but I'm not going to give it to them.
No.
No. How about you? How's your week been?
Week's been fine as well. As I said, I haven't been kind of moving around much now. I've been kind of housebound and kind of just
Oh yeah.
taking it easy this week and recovery
How's the snow?
zone. What? And the
How's
snow
is
as
the
well.
snow
Well,
still-
the snow is
is-
fucking gone now. Now Berlin is at its beautiful best now, where as the snow melts, the dog shit reveals itself once more,
Mhm.
and the smells begin to waft. So but the snow is pretty much gone now. Even though it's snowing today actually, but no, it's just all shitty and slushy now, similar to Ireland now with your fucking biblical rain.
Oh God.
But no, it's all
Yeah.
fucking.
I felt so bad for some people.
don't-
I mean, sorry, go on. Sorry, cutting you off there.
No, I go on.
I just saw like videos of like apartment blocks in Dublin or where they've been the basements of the car parks have been flooded, and you can just see the roofs of cars. And like there was one car, it was really weird. This one car was parked, but the boot was open, but the water level was up to the roof nearly, just about up to the roof, but the boot was open. So I don't know what happened there, which is strange. You know.
Open the boot, let the water out. Shit.
Wait a minute. Yeah, I don't know. I felt so bad for people because, like, yeah, you're screwed. You're really screwed if that happens to you, like, you know. So, anyway, what can you do?
Yeah. What did I do with it? But no, like I've been just kind of just working all week. I had an interesting. I was telling you on the way in. I was like, "What do you think of this poster?" All right, I passed a poster.
Okay.
And the poster says, so I walked past and then I was like, I doubled back because I was like,
Okay.
what a strange way to say this. But basically, all the poster says is, "Are you sober curious?" And then it's got an Instagram quote. And I came home and I was talking to different people about it. And I was like, fucking annoys me. And they were like, why does it annoy you? And I was like, I don't know. It's just stupid. It's a stupid way of saying it. It's just sober. It feels like everything is like, something, even though it's not. I don't know. So it feels like it's trying to hook me in, and it feels like they've hooked me in with some sort of phrase. But also, it's irritated me, and I don't want to. Even though I was just looking it up before we got on there because I looked it up. But yeah, sober curious. What do you think? What do you think of a poster that says, "Are you sober curious"?
I think you wouldn't see it in Ireland.
No, it's just a weird.
Are you sober curious? Like, no, man.
Like,
I fucking know what it's like to be sober. I want to be drunk.
Yeah. Or if I'm getting sober, it's not because I was sober curious. It's because I kind of have to. Like, it's like,
yeah.
But yeah, maybe I'm too cynical about the whole thing. But it just felt a little bit funny. But I looked him up, and he's a whole website. But of course, it's like everything that you kind of fucking see and read, whether it's on Instagram or whether it's on posters or whether it's fucking everywhere. It's like "Are you sober curious?" The name, loads of spiel, and then like, call for a free discovery call. Call this number and see if I can help, because he's a coach or something like that, or he's going to help you with your issues. I guess everyone needs help as well. I know I've had talked to people in the past about different types of things, but it just feels like everyone, including myself, qualified systemic coach. Thank you very much. You can reach out to me whenever you want, anybody. But
maybe
everyone's
put you on to those people who got stuck in the jacks. Maybe you can help them with their trauma.
Do I can help them systemically? Stop going to the toilet with your children. That's fucking step one. All right. This is nothing to do with your trauma inside. It's the trauma you caused when you actually went into the bathroom originally. With the door breaking just highlighted the problem. It didn't cause the problem. It's like your child at some point needs to be able to take a shit by themselves, especially at 12 years of age, my friend. At 12 years of age, that's a critical moment for your child to be by themselves in the bathroom. I can vouch for that. Okay.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just going to catch them dry humping the bed and just fucking, and it won't make any sense to them why they're doing it. They'll just be doing it. And they won't know, and they'll be embarrassed. Wait a minute, I'm talking about myself. Shit. God, no.
And everybody will wish for a locked door then, I can tell you that much.
Yeah, that's put the locks on the bedroom doors, for fuck's sake. And stay out as well of them. But yeah, sober curious. It was a funny statement, and I have nothing else to add. It just, when I passed it by, I thought of you, and I was like, do I take a picture now, or do I just tell him about this? But yeah, just, are you sober curious?
Well, if that seems to be like a phrase I've. I mean, is it bi curious? Like that seems like I think what's annoying about it is
go on,
yeah,
exactly,
yeah. Okay. Like that's
I think we're about to land the same thing. Is the phrase curious? Haha, we're dancing over each other. I'm going to talk first here now.
Go for it.
I think it's the word curious. I think it's the word curious being put with things in general, and I think you were about to touch on the whole bi curious thing.
Yeah, that's right. It's like, it's equivalent to people tacking on gate You know, at the end, like if something's controversial, they'll like the Watergate scandal. People
Yes.
always put on
Uh,
Gate now. It's like
Pizzagate.
the whatever, like you know. So I think he's trying something like that, maybe. But he's trying to tack on the word. He's trying to like you know, cash in on this thing. That was associated with the you know what I'm trying to say, the sexual identity movement that's kind of recently
What
and
else could you
possibly
be
still
curious
going
about?
on.
But what else?
Huh?
What other business ideas could we possibly pull out
Hmm.
of this curious thing?
I'm gonna go with drunk curious. Are you drunk curious to promote drinking?
Uh,
Are you work curious? Are you curious about getting a job and
no, I'm
no,
not at all. Not at all.
no, I don't want to do that. Are you paying taxes curious?
No,
I don't know. It's endless. You could do whatever you want, you know.
yeah. But anyways, you can look them up. Sober curious. Might be wrong. I feel like that part of me is similar to our start conversation where we're shitting on the people who are getting the money for getting trapped in a toilet. I feel bad a little bit for talking about a poster that's about sober curious, which is, I guess, trying a good thing. It's just, I don't know. It's hard not to be cynical about so many things in that you see these days that are just like, what's
Mm.
you're just preying on someone who needs, who's desperate for something. I don't know. But then again, if you're desperate, then maybe talking to someone is the right deal. So talk to someone, everyone. Talk to someone. Talk to me. Contact. Just listen to our podcast. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying.
Maybe we're just a pair of negative Nellies on a Friday. Maybe that's what it is. We're just
Well,
we're
this
not.
is a bad idea. Well, since we're in an ethical place, then I'll tell you another story this week of like what happened.
Okay.
Something in my class with
Mm.
So we're reading a story, and it's called the Wreck of the Zanzibar. It's a book by Michael Morpurga. You know this guy, Michael Morpurga? You've heard of
No.
him probably. I don't know. He has a
No.
lot of kind of short story books, and I think a
Okay.
lot of it is to do with kind of human just human interaction. So there's not a huge point to a lot of his stories. It's just like things happening in life. Kind of like a
Okay.
Is that a Woody Allen kind of thing as well, where it's just observing kind of human interaction.
Okay.
Um, the So anyway, but this story, the Wreck of the Zanzibar, is about these people on the. Have you ever heard of the Scilly Islands?
I have not. I'm well outside my wheelhouse here now.
Yeah,
So,
Scilly Islands
but
are
go
like
on. Do
a
go
set
on.
of islands down the very southwest of England,
Okay.
and the story is set in 1910, 1920, and it's about a family who are living on this island. There's only about maybe 30 or 40 people living on the island, and the brother and sister and the family, and the brother is getting tired of having to live in this island because there's nothing to do and there's no excitement, and they're
Mm.
always hungry and they're always complaining, and the father won't let him like take the boats out to kind of do bigger jobs. He doesn't trust him, so eventually he goes off and finds the captain of a ship and heads off with him. Anyway, that's not the where I'm getting to. But we're at the very end of this book, and it's called The Wreck of the Zanzibar because at the end of the book, this ship called the Zanzibar, it 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 uh it crashes near the island, and they keep talking about this the whole book, kind of like, there hasn't been a wreck in ages, and finally there's a wreck, and suddenly they're all like, they're at the close to dying. All the cattle that they have died. They have very little food. A storm has destroyed all their houses, but then they hear that there's a rock crashing on the other side of the island, so the whole place is like, there's a wreck, there's a wreck, there's a wreck, and then they're all like weirdly like celebrating this thing, and they're like all running for the wreck, and they're getting out their boats to head out to the water. And what do you call it? So the conversation with the class then kind of happens, which is completely normal. It's like, it's kind of strange that they're kind of celebrating a wreck. They're celebrating they're hoping that something bad happens to someone else so they can profit from it. And anyway, so like I kind of tend to let these conversations kind of develop, and we were chatting away, but I eventually got to a question where I was like, um, what's so like, oh yeah, it came down to ethical stealing. Like, is there a time, there's that classic question, is it okay to steal for your starving family?
Okay.
Is it
Yeah.
okay, Ed, to steal for your starving family?
Yeah. Yeah. I think so.
It is okay. All right.
Yeah.
So then we do we
Shit, were you
we
trying
got
to
on
draw
the
another
next
few
one.
minutes out of this?
Thank you.
Shit, let me consider that a bit longer, Andrew. No, yeah, I think yeah. I think most people say yes.
But then we got kind of in the thing about like how it can feel for someone who gets robbed and like that, and then I asked them the question, what's the most valuable thing you ever lost? What's the most valuable thing you think you've ever lost?
Turkish oil wrestling match. No, that's not a real answer.
For the county championship. The county championship. I couldn't actually think of anything that it was particularly
Lost.
valuable that I lost. I often think of a video camera I lost when we first moved out to the UAE, and I bought like a new video camera and then lost it on the beach like 2 days later. I remember being pretty pissed off with that because it's kind of the first paycheck you ever have out of college, and you buy stupid shit with your first, like you suddenly have cash for the first time.
Yeah.
But I think. But I don't put any value on it. So that was the conversation that we were having, was like putting on value on shit that doesn't matter. Some of the kids got all deep and they were like, well, I lost my uncle. So I had to shut that down very quick. I was like, doesn't count. Doesn't count.
Your uncle's a piece of
all
shit.
Can say that shit. Yeah, stop fucking trying thinking you're better than me. Fucking, you're not fucking better than me. I lost my girlfriend because I cheated on her. Fucking me having a fucking mental breakdown in the fucking front of the classroom.
Oh God, that's weird. I'm sure I've lost stuff, but I can't think of anything.
Well, if you're listening, then have a think about that as well, and maybe you can write to us. What's the most valuable thing you've ever lost? I can think of one particular contributor to our podcast. We can think straight away of one valuable thing that he lost anyway. But
yes,
but then we switched the question then to what's the most valuable thing you've ever found? What's the most valuable thing you've ever found?
Honestly, Andy, I'm a pure neutral. I'm like right in the middle of the pH scale.
You just don't
on this
find
one.
anything.
I don't find or lose anything. I'm in perfect equilibrium. I'm like gold. I'm like I'm like not in any way volatile in either direction. You know. So
well,
I'm inert. I'm inert. Inert. That's the better way of putting it.
Okay.
So I can't contribute anything to this social experiment that you're kind of. But
why
have you
they
found
brought up
something?
things like you had a lot of people that found like 20. I found nearly $3,000 worth of dirhams, 3,000 euros worth of dirhams when I lived in the Emirates. So I both found and lost something, but I actually found the person who owned that money as well. But so I think that was the most valuable thing I ever found. The kids were funny, kind of. It was like I was all 20 euros, 50 euros. One kid was like, I found broken headphones, a broken pair of iPods, or what are they? AirPods. I was like, all right. It's just like, doesn't seem like, did you get them to work? And he's like, no. I'm like, okay. I think you're missing the point here about the valuable thing. What's the most valuable thing you ever found?
Oh, actually, sir, I found, remember that dead uncle that I told you I lost? Well, I found him and he was alive. Turns out I was just asleep for a really long time and I just dreamed that he was dead. That's what happened there.
I found his medication, but it was too late. So
we found him.
But someone in the room then joined in with a story. It was like, I found a pair of sunglasses once, and they belonged to someone that I really didn't like, so I kept them.
Nice.
And then I was just kind of in the room, just kind of staring, going, oh no. Because I don't want to embarrass anyone or talk about anyone like that and just break it down. But I was like, oh God, I just hope everyone forgets this now and moves on, because I don't have enough time to go into this, and I'll just have to do a whole one-to-one session. But stealing from people you don't like, okay?
Yes. No.
Yes.
No, well, it's not. Of course it's not.
What if they've lost something and you found it? Yeah, it's still not. It's a karma thing then after that, isn't it? And you couldn't kind of hide from the karma.
Yeah, you there is that, just it's the social contract. It says, basically you want to treat others the way you want to be treated. That's the basic general agreement, isn't it? That we all kind of buy into when we all want to live together. That's what makes our society work. You know what? I was working one day up at the airport in Shannon, and there was an American flight came in, and I was going through myself and a buddy were going through the cabin, and we found in first class Buzz Aldrin's ID in the seat. Found his ID card.
What?
Yeah, he was flying first class there. I think it was. I'm not sure what the airline was, but
Buzz
Aldrin that was a weird one.
Dropped his ID card.
Yeah, it was enough. It was either it was like a military ID or it was like it wasn't like a passport or anything like that, but it was like an ID card. It was possibly, I think it was military ID. I can't really remember, but yeah, it was mad. That was a mad one. So we just reported it obviously because it could cause him hassle, I guess. So there you go. No? That was several years ago now.
Nice.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
That's a pretty valuable thing to find.
Yeah. So there you go now. Lots of people lose their phones down these seats and they can't find them, especially the first class seats that retract and you know what I mean. They're electric and whatever, and it happens quite a lot where people and you have to report it because it's a fire hazard, the battery on it, and so but they can't get them out, so they drop their phone. It goes into the kind of the chair somewhere, and then they have to go, shit, I've lost my phone. I'm an idiot. And then you have to go dismantling the seat and looking for the fucking thing. Yeah. The amount of people that do that. A lot of people on transatlantic flights wet themselves as well, actually. There does be a lot of cushions need replacing.
Really?
Yeah.
How is it reported to you, or do you have to go around checking seats to see if they're wet?
Of course it's reported.
Okay.
No, it's reported. It's reported to us.
It's
Sniffing
like
the seats. Go on and
sniffing
smell
the
them.
seats. I got this, guys. I got this. Step back. I got this.
Yeah, which is it surprised me. I didn't realize it would be so prevalent, but it is. It's quite common, So the whole toilet situation with airports fucked up air travel. On the one hand, you got people just going to the toilet as a family affair. On the other hand, you just got people lone wolves. I'll wait till I get on the airplane.
Oh yeah. But other than that, then, man, yeah, like I haven't been great at wandering out this week. As I said, I've not been feeling well. Well, not that I'm not feeling well. I've just been recovering. And what do you call it? So I watched.
Go on.
The entire we're meeting up and practicing, but we're kind of trying to we're just focusing on songs right now, our own songs, because committing to this 2026 album finishing, or at least getting to the point of being able to record. So yeah, we're meeting up next Wednesday. Do a bit of jamming. Still getting my guitar lessons, so that's nice as well. Same as yourself, trying to do a practice, but I'm not as regimental. Would that be the right to say? I'm not sticking to my 20 minutes a day. I'm probably kind of getting 5 out of the 7 days done. But it is nice. It is nice to stick to just these exercises. And as I was saying to the guitar teacher, I was like, it's just kind of nice to be thinking about what I'm doing with. I know this is really stupid for anyone that's kind of playing music for a long time, but like, I guess when you learn guitar like we have, you tend to just play chords and just strum without really thinking about what it is you're doing at all, and thinking about what your right hand is doing and being specific about it. At least that's the way I have been playing for the last 15, 20 years, is just like kind of, just not really been kind of conscious of what either hand is doing. So now kind of when you have the teacher on
it shouldn't work, but it does.
It shouldn't.
When you describe it like that.
But now it's because you have the whatever the teacher, and he's saying like, you do this and then you kind of play these 3 notes and then you have to kind of whatever bridge your way down. So like, we're going kind of using scales, but moving through chords using the scales and stuff like that. So it's really nice exercise. But in terms of gigs, nothing at all. We might be having a Paddy's Day gig. I don't know. I think we're having one. There's a whole discussion each time we meet about winners. So there's one guy, one of the guys that plays with us is very keen on it. Maybe two of them are. I'm not sure, and I'm less keen on it, just because of the
Okay.
amount of work that goes into kind of learning all the songs
Well,
and getting good at them. And once you say you're going to do a gig, it feels like you have to put in the effort then, or at least no, that's not true either. It's like once you say you're doing a gig, you're going to stress about the effort that you should be putting in.
oh
And
yeah, yeah,
then
yeah.
that stress will continue on till about a week beforehand when you actually put the effort in. Then you do a somewhat nice gig, and then you think to yourself, man, if we just kind of started a few weeks earlier. But it's been a fucking 20-year fucking merry-go-round of this. But there's probably something coming. I think we're going to do, what is it, a week from now? It's exactly a month from now. So I think we'll
Mm.
definitely have something coming up for Paddy's, but nothing set in stone. We want to find a bar as well. My ideal kind of thing is just to have just, I don't know, like back in the day. I know we spoke about this bar Soma that we had, back when you were living in Berlin. But that's kind of what I just want to find, is like a place with a few couches and we can just sit in and play music, not be mic'd up, not have any kind of expectation, not necessarily advertise anything, but just like people turn up, we enjoy hanging out and singing, and yeah, that's it. But
Okay.
let's see what comes of it. It's not so easy, as I've said before, to find kind of little places in Berlin. But you think of a Tuesday night. It's Tuesday, I think, this year, so it's we'll probably find somewhere that wants to have a bit of music. But no, other than that, the only thing marked achievement I've had this week is I watched all season 1 of Twin Peaks, and moving on to
Oh,
season 2 now.
going
Have you
back
ever
in
watched
time.
Twin Peaks?
I have, but like a long time ago. I think I can remember the basic premise of the plot. Does Bob appear in the first season? Do you see him?
Is Bob? Which one is Bob now? I often watch this
I think
program and then kind of get like, so I've heard Bob's name mentioned. Is Bob the
Bob
really
is like,
tall, ogre-looking kind of fella?
no, he's the evil demon dude.
Is
No,
he the one that speaks like he's speaking backwards?
no, no.
No.
He's the one that
He-
inhabits people's bodies. I think that's his name.
Oh
Is
man,
Bob.
no, wait, now you're moving into season 2 there now, which I can't really remember myself now. But
Okay.
no, where we've left it is by the yeah, that guy, the guy that does the main actor, McLaughlin, is that his name? Who's the guy, the
Yeah,
main?
yeah, yeah.
He's in another series that I watched last week, which is
Fallout.
Fallout. I love Fallout. Have you
Yeah,
watched it?
it's great. Yeah, it's a great show. I love it so much.
Oh, it's
Brilliant.
such a nice show. It's a
Yeah.
really good balance of kind of, I don't know, fantasy meets. I don't know. It's just a really really nice program to watch.
Yeah, it's
And
very
kind of
good.
once I clicked with me that I was watching Twin Peaks, and I was like, oh shit, that's him.
Yeah,
Because there's such in Twin Peaks. God, it's hard to really explain why, because it shouldn't be. There's so many long drawn out scenes that you're like, you want to say, God, would they ever just get to the end of this? But at the same time, you're kind of enjoying it. And there's just moments like when that guy McLaughlin, it's like he's talking to the sheriff at one stage, and the sheriff and him are just kind of talking to each other, and they're kind of real close up. So we should head up to the farm and check that out. Yeah, and then he just goes with his finger to his cheek. He just goes, burp, burp, and then he goes off. And then they do the thing. Nobody explains anything at all. He just goes, burp. That's like a little cute little beep. And it's just like, what was that for? It's like, and the intensity, everything is so intense. It's all done in the kind of what was that program? The Young and the Restless used to be back in the day. I don't know. I never actually. I know it was an American
yeah.
kind of America's Coronation Street or America's fucking Home and Away.
Yeah, like
With
Sons
long
and
drawn out
Daughters. That one.
scenes. Sons and Daughters, yes, yeah, exactly. Maybe the
Yeah.
Youngs and the Rest is that probably the same
Same thing.
premise.
Same type of thing. I think. Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like I really and we just kind of watched the first episode of season 2 yesterday, and God, I loved it. I loved so much of it. And that guy, I think that guy, because it does get a little bit more down into the kind of the supernatural
Super.
in
Yes,
season
it
2.
does. It goes really off the fucking. Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Yeah, and you just have to
It's a bit
accept a
like-
lot. But there is an amazing scene in that one where it comes. Go on, sorry.
No, you're grand. But I just remember the start of the whole thing. There's a pilot. The pilot episode's very dark. It's very different from the series, kind of almost. Was it? Where they
I can't
discover
remember now.
Palmer. Is her name Palmer? The lady who dies.
Laura Palmer.
He's there.
Yeah.
Laura Palmer. Yeah, I think so. It's all about her murder, basically, isn't it? I think and they find her body.
She's been murdered.
That sort of crap in the first one. It's
they're trying to find the
very
killer.
dark. But the music, oh my god,
there's
the
also a
musical
whole
score,
thing with the timber
class,
factory,
the
the owner
credits.
of that, and yeah, it feels like they do kind of they do. There is how they get away with it, like in the episode yesterday. So there's a one-armed man, and I guess maybe he's going to come into it a bit more. But like at one stage yesterday, the one-armed man came to the police station. He said, "I'm looking for Detective blah, blah, whatever his name is. I cannot remember any of their names ever." And she's like, the one behind the counter, the receptionist, who's also just hilarious in the way she's kind of really ditzy, but just says things. It's just like, where did he get the idea? When was it okay to be like, I want you to just act really badly, but like, it'll be good if we all kind of do it really bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just,
I do.
I don't know. You studied film for a bit. Is Twin Peaks on the syllabus a lot for people in terms of?
It's David Lynch, isn't it?
Yeah, David Lynch.
Yeah, so
Frost,
like, I think his stuff is very like held in high regard in let's say, what would you say, with critics and stuff. But do you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of do you remember in that movie Christian Bale was in, American Psycho, and they got William Dafoe. There was the first scene between William Dafoe's character and Christian Bale's character, and they got William Dafoe to film it 3 times, and he got a different direction every time. What way he was told to act crazy first, then in the next he was told to act happy or like like totally cool, and then the next one was suspicious or something like that. And they used clips from all 3, and like it reminds me of that. Like where it's just some of the stuff doesn't make any sense, but it kind of puts you off balance when you're watching it.
Absolutely.
But it's really really enjoyable. Like you don't know what's going on basically, and what's real, what's not real. And yeah,
there's some scenes where people are just talking and not blinking and just staring at each other. It's just like, and then you get sucked in. You start forgetting kind of what people are saying to each other, and you're just like blink. I need to see you blink. And it's just they don't, and it's just like, you've clearly been directed to do this, but why? Am I stupid? Do I not get movies? or there is no why? It's just as you said, it's to put you on uneven ground, that you're that you're willing to accept anything because there is so much of everything. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it has to be part of it. Definitely. But
anyways,
that's a good way to spend your week, Andy.
Yeah, it was. There were 2 nice things coupled with just a few journeys and a few lessons. But yeah, I did say I was going to get out this week, this Thursday, and do it, but I just couldn't do it. Needed to rest. But I'm feeling much better now. Back on the horse, and I'll be back out on the folk trail this week, and I will come back with fruits aplenty. Probably not aplenty, and mightn't come back with anything at all. But
definitely tell us more about the horse next week for sure. I want to hear more about that.
I will do.
Cool. Awesome.
All right, man. Listen,
we'll take it easy.
Call it an evening. And to everyone who's starting their work week, we love you very much. And if we can get more of Ed's ass out there, we will. We're glad you enjoyed that. And until next time.
But don't be suspicious if news stories do pop up. Sometimes things just happen.
Take care. Bye-bye.